About a week ago, the most recent chapter for Deltarune dropped, and we always get the classic and consistent cycle of people pushing out the funniest takes and funniest just internet posts of all time about the game. Especially with those people who are, like, trying to put, like, an anti-woke spin on the game or stuff like that. It's just really funny that people who play the game fundamentally do not understand anything that exists ever, and they legitimately cannot read what goes on. And half of the time, these tweets are just objectively wrong, and half of the times, people are just, like, being dumbasses. They're trying to, like, defend their own viewpoint in just the dumbest way humanly possible. And like I said, we get some unbelievable posts. We have people who are posting in ways that no one has ever posted before, increasingly more every single time a new chapter gets released, and as the hype of the game increases due to like the story becoming more fleshed out. I want to show you what I'm talking about because I've seen a few tweets in the last like few days and a few posts in the last few days that are just absolute heaters when it comes to just being a complete idiot when it comes to the game. We've got this person right here talked about this Clover is human person on Twitter, and let me tell you, these are some objectively funny posts. I think you can see what the angle I'm going right here, the angle that I'm like taking with right here by the one image that's cropped out. But let's just go through the posts and what's happening here. So we got this one. They're kind of just like LARPing as a character, whatever, you know, they're being transphobic, they're being homophobic and stuff like that, and racist, and they're saying, oh, real cowboys aren't homophobic and racist, and like laughing at that fact, calling people not right in the head. This is a post that exists on the internet. That's kind of a fun one. And like I went to their account, and as you can see, just one of the profile pictures of all time, I will say, one of the profile pictures that we've ever seen in your entire life. And I think it's just objectively funny. Like if you scroll down, their entire account is just them LARPing as this one character. It's just they have like the entire box laid out to be like this. It's just actually crazy that this is their entire internet presence. This is their entire existence online. And then they also once again posted about their two alt accounts. And if we just go to their alt accounts, we have this one right here, which is an Uma Musume one, and we have a Fear one as well. So we have just the poster of all time. We have one of the posters of all time right here. It's actually crazy that this is something that we're doing. And this is someone who exists in the same world as us at the same time as us, who is apparently also an Undertale Deltarune fan while having this profile picture. It's something to just, you know, be awe-inspired at. It's something to be awe-inspired at that, you know, you may think you're dumb, you may think you made the wrong life choices, but at least you're never like this human being ever to exist. There's also another classic thing that happened on the timeline, another classic thing, which is just talking about the pronouns of Chris. And, you know, there's always the meme about the wiki that has all the different sources that are cited saying that, hey, you're actually wrong if you use any other pronouns other than like they, them for them. And we have someone who tweeted out and basically trying to argue about what people are. And they said, no, Frisk and Chara are girls while Chris is a guy. And they got community noted. And I think one of the funniest ways humanly possible, which is just every single link on the Deltarune wiki that cites that they're wrong and stupid and dumb. Like, as you can see, it's literally just, they cited legitimately every single one of these references. You know, what language to use when talking about Chris. Just all the dialogue, every single one of those. And like if we go all the way up to the top of the wiki, we can see probably the most famous sighting of all time. Making sure that people know that they're not bullshitting and they actually have factual evidence in the game that makes it so that you know you got to use the correct pronouns here. There's no debate over it. There's no gray space over it. And once again, if you play the game, you should realize that you are not Chris. You're the heart, basically, that you're playing as the soul, and you are two different people. And so it's not like you're supposed to project your image on the Chris when they're a separate entire entity from it. And once again, heed the amount of citations. Heed the citations. And like we had people respond to this guy just, you know, with the classic they, them. There you go. Everyone is calling people idiots who just aren't able to, you know, understand this type of concept. As well as we have people making memes out of it with the post once again on the wiki of just the sheer multitude of references. And there's even more now. This is an outdated meme, the pronouns here. There's like 9 more ones here that we can look into and see that anyone who argues otherwise is a complete idiot. And then this post right here is kind of entirely unrelated to it, but I thought also was kind of a banger ass meme that came out of the Undertale Deltarune fandom in the past like week. So just take a look at this one. Take a look at this wonderful poster right here. What a beautiful post. What a beautiful image to see. decided to end it on a happy note. We were serious for a little bit. We were serious to this far, but we got a lull. We got a lull because when we serious, we got to also lull to balance it out. LOL. That's basically what it is. And I think the person, I guess, LARPing as that cowboy character, whatever the fuck they want to call it, is probably one of the funniest accounts I think I've ever seen in my entire life because like it's just what are you constantly doing? Like how do you look into the mirror and think like this is something that I do with my life and I'm proud of it? It's actually crazy. It's unbelievable how someone has the ability in their brain not only to, I guess, Photoshop or make pixel art of whatever fucking character they have or original character that they got, but also then be racist and mosey their way on into the one of the wokest fandoms ever to exist ever, bro. They were Undertale was like before woke. It was legitimately before woke 1.0. It was the woke game of all time. And you somehow found your way here while also having an Uma Musume and Freerin Confederacy account that is just a unbelievable thing to see, an unbelievable sight to see. And mainly just wanted to talk about that. I don't want to spend too much time on that account because there's so many Confederate flags on it that it's like I feel like they would get the video restricted. But at the same time, it was also something that I could not leave unattended without pointing and laughing at because that is just an unbelievable account to see. You sometimes have to like look in awe of the just catastrophe and car crash that you're looking at. You're literally gawking at it because of how insane it is and how crazy it is. That's what I want to talk about for today, though. So, thank you for watching. Goodbye.